guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale with a very special guest. It is none other than the global #1 player in the world right now, and it's Nova Mini, aka Miniminter. Mini, how you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, Ash? Happy to be here. I'm doing good.
I'm happy to have you, man. You don't sound so mini, man.
Yeah,
Get that
I get
deep
that
voice.
a lot.
Yeah, I know. I was telling you before we recorded, I expected a, "Hey Ash, how you doing? It's Miniminter here." But nah, it's not that case at all. So
Not at all.
no. Today I brought you on to get some tips from you. As always, we're going to be talking about the LavaLoon deck that you're playing right now. Level 4 Lava Hound, and you've been doing very well with it. So well, in fact, that you hit #1 today. So congratulations on that. Not like you haven't been there before, but what I want to do is I'm going to show the deck. Let me just copy it off your profile here.
All right.
Well, actually, it's there right there. So this is the deck that we're going to be reviewing today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the deck before we hop into a replay or two, and then we'll see if we can hop into a live match. It might be a little bit of a wait, but always like to have a live match.
Yeah.
I know you guys like it, so tell us about the deck.
All right. Well, it's kind of like a giant beatdown deck. You want to start with the lava in the back and just start casually putting troops behind. You want to manage your elixir well. You got to use the lightning effectively on pump and like a big cluster of troops. And you really just have to look at your opponent's cards and use your cards like effectively. Like for example, if somebody has a goblin barrel, you can't use your Skarmy on offense and like get punished like that. So yeah, it's pretty much just evaluating what your opponent has and countering effectively and then pushing.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and hop into a replay here. Let's jump into the one against Big Bang.
All right.
And I'm just gonna pause it right at the beginning until you're ready. Let me know when.
All right, hold on. Hopping in right now.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. So,
Okay.
your starting hand in this match here, not a bad starting hand. Are you ever starting off your matches with the Lava Hound?
Yeah, I do that a lot actually, and you can see here that it was the death of my tower right here.
Oh, geez, you did the
Playing
same time as the
Expo,
Expo. Yeah.
LavaLoon. Expo kind of hard counters LavaLoon, but no, I don't know. I just had to play the balloon to take out the Expo, or else I would have just completely taken out my tower. And right here, I try to play the minions to distract the Inferno, but great play by him. He plays the Inferno next to his tower, and it targets the Lava Hound. So well played by him. And right now we're even on elixir and just resetting, waiting for his next push.
Okay, and that was a good minion play by you, because you knew that since he was playing a siege deck, since he was playing an Expo deck, 9 times out of 10 he was going to have the Inferno Tower ready. So it was a good preemptive minion play there.
Here he plays an aggressive Expo, and my Mega Minion just decides to take out the minions, and unfortunately the tower locked onto the Mega Minion. I would have taken it out and saved my tower, but he's going to take the tower right here, and it's not going to be good for me. And
No, in playing from behind is a little bit more difficult, well, with any deck really, but even with a Lava Hound deck. Well, how does your mentality, well, two questions. Number one is how does your mentality change when you're playing from a tower down, or does it not change at all?
Well, it depends on the deck I have. If I have a deck like LavaLoon, I'm like, okay, I can make a comeback with this. I know what he has. I just have to play my cards well, and make a really good push. And
a lot of
here
people,
he stops it with his Inferno, so yeah, I'm gonna have to reset there.
So this is a problem. I mean, this looks like a hard counter to your deck. So where is your mind at right now? Like, you're obviously strategizing. How are you going to be able to get around this Inferno Tower, not let the Expo, lock on to take down your second tower in the meantime?
Well, I'm looking to use the Tombstone to distract, since it's one of my 2 ground troops, and just build up with the Hound and take out the Expo as fast as possible. Here I made a mistake and put the Tombstone out of range of the Expo, so that wasn't good. It locked onto my tower, but that was a bad play by him. He placed the minions in front of the Mega Minion and took them out, and the Mega Minion was able to take out the Expo. So
Nice.
yeah, and here's where I start getting that really big beefy push. I have my minions and the lightning in hand, and his Inferno targeted a skeleton first, so that was good for me. The Inferno didn't have time to burn through that Lava Hound, and I knew he had a minion, so I prediction arrows there, and that's a tower gone. He also misplaced his Inferno, but it wouldn't have done much.
That was a really nice predictive arrow play there too. And, so you're spending the first, in this case, the first over a minute of the match, just trying to figure out what his counters are to your Lava Hound, and then that's where you add the predictive plays in the last minute?
Yep, as I said, you just got to evaluate his deck and predict counter effectively.
So your
And
big
here,
push.
I knew he was gonna play Inferno, so I put a Skarmy there.
Let me ask you this, like, what is your ideal big push? It's kind of obvious, actually. Your ideal big push is just a Lava Hound, a Balloon, Mega Minion, Lightning, right? But how does that, and maybe with the arrows saved as that prediction play, but how does that change from normal elixir time to double elixir time? Obviously, it's very difficult to get that much elixir built up. So, like, what is your ideal normal elixir push? You know, would you prefer Balloon, or do you sometimes just send in Minions or Mega Minion with a Lava Hound?
Well, it depends on what he plays. Once I put that Lava Hound down, if I put it in the back and like he puts down a Musketeer in the back, I'm probably gonna go with Loon and then Lightning if I have enough elixir. Or like if he puts something like Furnace, I'm just gonna wait for the Fire Spears to lock onto the Hound and then put Minions and probably Arrow whatever he has.
Okay, so it really just depends on what they're countering with.
Yep.
Nice. All right, well, let's go ahead and actually, you want to hop into a live match, and then we'll get another replay?
Yeah, sure.
If it doesn't take too long.
The wait time is. It's only a minion, 25 seconds.
Okay. So in the meantime, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. How long you been playing Clash Royale, and how'd you get into it? When did you realize you were a good player?
Well, I started playing Clash Royale like a month after soft launch. I watched Chief Pat videos on YouTube, and I was like, wow, this game seems really fun. Like head-to-head, real-time gameplay. That's the game for me. And I started playing free to play, and I got really good at the game. And I joined Clash Wars. It was my first play, and from there, I just kept growing and growing, building up as a player.
Awesome, man. And then eventually you got sponsored by Nova. That's your account right now.
Yep.
And how does that feel?
Nova sponsored me, and well, Nova sponsored me. That's like my sponsored clan, and I'm also part of Smiley TM, which is like the clan that I play in RPL and CRL.
Yeah, and Smiley's doing really well. They're getting a lot of momentum lately. So huge shout out to Smiley. Some of the nicest players there too. Like really good bunch.
Yeah, we just started and we're doing really well. Got top 8 in CRCS. Really proud of my boys there.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats. So we're still waiting on you for a match. Do you play any other games, or is it just Royale for you?
I used to play Clash of Clans before Clash Royale, but that got boring for me. Like, it took a really long time to progress. And, oh, I'm in a match here.
Uh-oh. All right, we're hopping in. What town hall did you get to in Clash of Clans?
I got to Town Hall 9, and I realized that it just took too long to progress, so I just casually got bored of it. I did a lot of wars. That was mostly it. I didn't focus on pushing.
All right. Well, here we go. We're going against a Red Alpha guy, and surprisingly that you get matched up with a level 12 this high up. Pretty rare.
Ooh, Lightning. Yeah, I mean, Turtle Data, I've played him before. He's a really good player. He runs a lot of Mortar, so I'm definitely expecting that. And with the Mortar comes a Cannon or Inferno, so, yep.
There it is.
That was not the best play.
So crazy how all these players know all the other top players run, so like even before the match starts, you have a good idea of what you're going against.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, it just takes time to play them, and you like figure out their play style.
So what is your philosophy this match, knowing what he's playing?
Well, since he's playing Mortar, I definitely want to save my Tombstone and probably counter his Mortar with a Mega Minion and whatever he puts. Yep, there we go, the Mortar.
You called it, man.
Yep. Doesn't seem like he has anything for my Mega Minion, and it's also out of range for the tower, so he's gonna have to waste something countering it. So I'm gonna be up in Elixir definitely.
Yeah. So now you're gonna get a nice Lava Hound push going.
Well, I didn't have the Lava Hound in cycle, so I had to put the Balloon first. Unfortunate.
So that's happened
I
twice
think
in a
I'm
row.
gonna go with the Hound here, since knowing he has Inferno, I'm not gonna. Yep, there we go. All right. Well.
Really smart move there, though, knowing that he had the Inferno in rotation, you didn't waste the Elixir just throwing the Lava Hound there for the heck of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely gotta manage your Elixir well in these games, or else it's goodbye. That Mortar didn't get a shot. That was really good. These archers are gonna get a few chips, so.
Let me ask you this. Because you have your Lava Hound is basically in the same cycle, or he can keep up with your Lava Hound with that Inferno Tower, what do you do to kind of fix your cycle, if that makes sense?
Well, I don't want to fix it as he just did there. I'm gonna Lightning that, and I know that he has Fire Spirit, so I might Arrow too.
Okay.
Oh, but that Balloon went in front of that. Hound. That was... Well, never mind for that lightning. It's a lost cause. Actually, never mind. Let's arrow that. And now he's got another mortar. Wow, his deck is really fast cycle. Wow, that was
It
well
is.
played by him.
Yeah, because he has obviously both the cycle cards. He also has fire spirits,
Yep.
Archer's Log, very cheap deck.
Yeah, it's pretty much, and I only have 2 ground troops, so there's nothing to distract the mortar. Yeah, he knows my deck too now, so there's not much I can do.
Yeah, this might be a draw.
He might be able to edge out the win. Maybe. That mortar's gonna get no shots. That was really good.
Yeah. So against a deck like this where he just has a really good hard counter to you in terms of, like, you don't have a ton, like you said, of ground troops to distract that mortar at all, and he has a lot of counters for your cards. So are you the type of player, especially when you're going for global #1, who is comfortable taking a draw, or do you go, like, you know, all out?
I mean, if I know that I can't get the win, it's definitely the best move to go for a draw. No, I usually don't like drawing. Like, I feel like it's a waste of time, but you just have to
Yep.
in these kind of matches, or else you're gonna lose a lot of trophies. But yeah, it's gonna end in a draw. Fortunately, he didn't have a rocket or anything like that. Well
Yeah, I
played
know,
by
right?
Trevor
That was
there.
the one downside of having that really fast cycle deck, but it was well played by him. But at the same
Yeah.
time, though, it wasn't much you could do there in that match.
Yeah, I mean, let's go back and look at his deck. He had, oh wow, he had a lightning. He never used it. Dang. But I mean, he had Inferno, he had Archers, he also had Fire Spirits and Ice Spirit, so that's 5 cards that can target air. And
Yeah.
there just wasn't much I could do with the really fast cycle. Like, if I were to lightning his Inferno, he would just get another one down right after I would lightning it. So yeah, definitely not the ideal matchup for Hound.
Well, why don't you go ahead and try to hop into another live match, and as we wait for you, I'm just going to turn on, like, one of your most recent replays, and just
All right.
so the viewers out there can see you play instead of having to wait again. And just let me know when you
Okay.
find a match.
All right.
Are you planning on going for first global this season?
I mean, that's
or-
always the plan.
Yeah,
but,
right.
There's always, it always depends on your matchups. Like, if you get counter decked, your starting hand, and just the cycle that you're on. But if it's a decent matchup where you're not like getting hard countered, then you can definitely edge out the win with skill. It has a lot to do with starting hands and cards. And I'm in a match against XL.
Okay. We are hopping in here. Would you recommend this deck through for tournaments as well, for tournament level standards?
Yeah, definitely. I don't see why not. It's a really good deck. It's very balanced. It's like the old LavaLoon version. And wow, he just went aggressive with a balloon. Yeah, it's like the old LavaLoon version with Zap and Fireball. It's just a little bit modified with lightning and arrows. A little better. I prefer this one than the other one.
Yeah,
But,
you were able to stop
they
that
both
push.
work.
You were able to stop that push really well there.
Yeah, that balloon almost got to tower, but fortunately I stopped it. And he's wasting a lot of elixir defending. But
So yeah, even though you took more damage there, you probably have
yeah, I
like a
ended
2
up
or
with
3
more
elixir. Yeah. So do you
I don't
always?
think he has anything up right now to defend the Loon, so yeah, let's just go with Skarmy Loon. Wow. He played that really well. If that Mega Minion gets hit by the bomb, yeah, now I don't have to touch it. That was good. Laughing. The match isn't over.
So when do
getting
you
started.
set up the? When are you going to set up your big push? Like I know a lot of players prefer to play the Tombstone before they start the Lava Hound push. Is that something? It's not something you're doing this match. Is it something you ever do, or how does
I usually do it, but considering that he just pumped, I want to take advantage on that elixir deficit that he has, and I
why did
definitely
you-
don't want to waste my elixir.
why do you play the Mega Minion in the middle there?
Because like if you had a building, like you saw the cannon, it could have taken it out really easily.
Ah,
I'm gonna put a Loon because the pups are gonna take care of that.
nice. Oof.
Yep. He's cycling fast right now.
He is.
That got some
Almost.
tower damage, so that's good.
Yep. So there's 2 pumps now, though. So what do you do now? Oh, of course, that's what you do.
What I do.
You hadn't played the lightning. I totally forgot you had it. I'm like, uh-oh, this could be trouble. Ooh, bad freeze there.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good freeze. He knew I had Mega Man, so I don't really see the point of that. Alright, yeah, minions are coming. Preemptive arrows. Kind of.
Well, you got one little guy still alive there. And again, you're just going to chip away. Hopefully a couple. Nah, unfortunately.
No, he had 2 Mega Man. There's no way I could get through that.
Oh, here he comes.
He froze that. This could be trouble.
Nice arrows there. Oh.
Now, like, I need to stop that balloon from getting to tower. Else game over. I'm gonna put a LavaLoon at LavaHound at the bridge. I have Tombstone now, so I'm not that worried about his Loon.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, there. Oh, I thought I was gonna miss it there. Yep. There's the freeze.
Yeah, that was a bad freeze by him, and that's probably gonna be game.
And you have lightning 2 in rotation.
Yep. That's game. GG, well played.
Nice. Very, very well played there, man.
Laughing. XL. Yeah, I play him a lot. We're good friends. Always has a laugh.
He was. I mean, if it wasn't for that one freeze there, 1 or 2 bad freezes there, it was a really close match there. So, well played.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
sure.
there wasn't much that he could do because I separated the minions from him being able to freeze the minions and the tower. So he had to choose between one of them, and whichever one he chose, the other one was going to take it out. And that one time that his balloon got to the tower was because I didn't have the tombstone. Notice how when I got it, it didn't get near the tower. So, yeah.
Yeah, would you mind sharing that replay? And you can just, before we end the video, you can just, perfect. You can just kind of walk us through again and just kind of, I'll press play in 3, 2, 1.
1. Okay.
And then just kind of talk us through your thought process now that you can kind of like look back on the match and why you made the plays you did when you did make them. And obviously point out, if you think there's anything that you maybe did wrong, point that out too, if you could.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so here at the start, I put a LavaHound in the back because I didn't have Tombstone, to start off. And he plays his minions in the back. He splits them, so 2 of them go for my Hound and 1 of them goes to the other side. And here I stopped that pretty effectively. And he decided to zap that for some reason. I definitely don't agree with that zap. Here he definitely had to waste a lot of elixir on defense, and I knew he did, so I had to capitalize on that. And here he's also going to put his minions, which are going to put him in even a more elixir deficit. So yeah, that's when I knew to play my Loon in the back and start building up.
What do you think some common mistakes are for LavaHound players?
Definitely overcommitting on offense or defense, because you saw my first match against Big Bang. I saw you out of that expo. I didn't immediately put my Loon against there to be at 0 elixir for my LavaHound push. I just waited until I got 8 elixir so, and then I dropped the balloon, and then I continued to build up on my LavaHound push.
How close are you to level 5 LavaHound?
10 away. So.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably
that'll be
a
big difference. Yeah.
What?
That should make a pretty big difference.
I mean, people thought it did, pre-update, because Zap took care of the pups, but now that Zap got nerfed,
that's true.
It doesn't really work that much. So level 4 Hound is viable.
That was a nice arrows there for sure.
Yeah, and his Mega Man just barely survived there. If the freeze had been a couple seconds later, it definitely would have died, and that Hound would have gotten more damage. And here I put the balloon because I knew that his Mega Man was going to die, but he did a great canyon lure there, and he cycled to his minions real quick before I had my arrow, so that was well played by him. And this is the part where he messes up. I let that go so I could lightning the pumps, and he decided to freeze that. I don't know why. I had Mega Man in hand, so that was a very bad freeze for him. And he only had 2 minions, and one of them was getting shot down by the tower. So definitely a bad play by him there.
Yeah, that might have cost him the game, that one play there.
Yeah, and here I knew he had played minions, but I didn't have the elixir to preemptive arrows, so I got them a second later after his spawn, but those 2 Mega Mans are going to take care of all those pups. And right here it's anybody's game because he has that Loon, and yeah, I misplayed my Tombstone there. and that got one balloon shot on my tower. And
Yep.
knowing that he had committed to a big offense, I put my Loon on the right, but I panicked there, and the balloon got a shot. And my balloon got a little bit of chip damage on his tower, so that was good. Right now I'm just rushing his tower to get a little bit damage to win. Here his balloon got pulled by the tombstone. I didn't really know about that because I was a little bit unsafe about that because it was a little bit to the right. So yeah, I was definitely hesitant about that. But here I knew that the lava, nothing was stopping the hound, and I had my lightning in hand. So yeah, that's the tower right there.
When are you?
And that's game.
Yeah, very good game. What do you? When do you play the Lava Hound at the bridge versus way back? I mean, most of the time, obviously, you're playing it way back in the map so you can build up a push. But is it basically when you know you only need really one more push to win?
Yeah, it definitely depends on how much time there's left and like if it's double elixir or not. And I know what he has. Like right there, I knew I had to go strong on the offense because he had to come in on defense for that, but he didn't. He went all in with his balloon push, but I managed to stop that, and then the Lava Hound was just on tower, and all I needed was a lightning to finish it.
Yeah, well, again, man, very well played there, and I think that I picked up a lot from your gameplay. I hope you guys did too. Really enjoyed having you on. Do you have any shout-outs or anything like that you want to share with people before we take off here, man?
Follow my Twitter, Miniminter_CR. Follow Smiley_TM on Twitter. One of the best clans out there, new and really competitive right now. And you know, also give some love to Nova Esports for being one of the best clans in the world.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. I'll include all those social links, everything else. Also, a couple videos that you've appeared on, not in voice, but you actually did like a re-emergence of the Jason deck for me a few months back. It was a lot of fun, too. So I'll include that in the links below. Thanks again, Miniminter, for coming on, man. It's a pleasure. Good to have you back on, and best of luck on your push to #1 in the world, or at least, as high as possible.
Yeah, definitely. A pleasure to be here, Ash, and pleasure to be in front of everyone. Hopefully they learned something today, and yeah, that's it. See you guys.
All right, man. All right, take it easy. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you follow my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. His links are in the description as well. Guys, again, thank you, and as always, take care, guys.